Today we are going to discuss a new chapter from computational physics, namely pointers in a C. Pointers in a C. The question is, which topic or which concept do beginners find most difficult to understand? The answer is easy: the pointers. Other languages have pointers, but few use them so freely with such abandon as C does. And why not? It is C's clever use of pointers that makes it the excellent language it is. The difficulty for beginners to understand pointers is in its terminology and not the actual concept. The actual concepts of pointers are simple, they are not very difficult. So let us see the basic concepts of pointers, and first such a article which we are going to discuss is the and star operator, and star operators. Let us consider the declaration which we have already used so many times: integer I equal to 3. This declaration tells C compiler three things. Number one, the integer means reserve the space in memory to hold the integer value. Then I is the associate the name I to that memory location in which integer value is stored, and at that location store this integer value 3. So integer means reserve the space in a memory to hold integer value, then associate name I with that memory location, and the content or the memory location will contain integer value 3. So this can be illustrated in the memory map as follows. Suppose this is memory location in the memory of a computer, then associate name I with this location. Then content of this memory location is 3, which is integer value held by this memory location whose name is I, and it has address such as 6485. This is location name. This is location name. This is value at location. This is value at location. This is location number, which is address of the location. Address of the location. So there are three things: name of the location, value at the location, and address of the location for any particular memory map. This address of the location or location number is not a number which is to be relied upon, because if you declare this particular declaration one more time, then the computer will select some other location to store integer value 3. What is important here is the address of the location or location number is a whole number. It is a number. Address of the location is a number. So let us see the program to print this particular address of the memory location. What I want to do is I want to print the address of this location, and I want to print the value at the location of this particular memory location I. So the program segment for printing address and value at the location will be as follows. So this is our program number 1. So program number 1, this comment line for increasing readability of the program, which is non-executable. Then main function here, main function starts from left brace. Then this declaration, integer I equal to 3. Then what I want to do is I want to print the address of I. So I am writing first printf statement, printf on a new line, address of I. Address of I is equal to percentage U. U stands for unsigned because the address of the location can be a bigger number, and therefore this particular letter has been used, or this particular qualifier has been used to print the address of the location. And the way I am going to print the address is and I. Semicolon, then printf /n value of I equal to percentage D, because being a smaller value such as 3, I am going to use this particular conversion character D for it, comma and I. This is the program which will print the address of memory location I as well as value stored at the memory location I. Let us look at the first printf statement carefully. Here I have used and I. Generally we are using and in a scanf function, but the purpose of and here is as an address of operator. And has been used as address of operator. What is and? It is address of operator. Address of operator. So and I will print address of I, which is 6485 in this particular case, and the second printf statement will print the value of I, value stored in the memory location I, so it will print value 3. So output of this particular program segment will be address of I equal to 6485 and value of I equal to 3. So this is the output of this particular program segment. So what we have seen in this particular program is we are using and as the address of operator, and address of a location is a whole number. The next thing which we are going to discuss, the next pointer operator which we have in a C is called as star operator or asterisk star operator. This is called as value at the address operator. Meaning of star is value at address operator. Value at address operator. Address of operator. So meaning of this is value stored at a particular memory location, memory at a particular address, value at address operator. Let us see the program segment. This is also called as indirection operator. We will see why the star is called as indirection operator, what it is pointing indirectly. Okay, so let us see the another program. This is our second program, program number 2. Main function starts here. It's the same declaration, integer I equal to 3. Then first printf statement as usual. On a new line, I am printing address of I. How do we print address of I? How do we print address of I? By writing AND I, because AND is address of operator, address of I. Then printf value of I equal to %d. How do we print value of I? Value stored at I, at a memory location I, by writing I here. Okay, so here the value of address of I is getting printed. Here value at the I is getting printed. One more way of printing value of I is as the following: printf /n value of I equal to %d double quote complete, and here I am writing star and I. This is very important. Star and I. The first printf statement is printing address of I, which is 6485. The second printf statement is printing content of I, value stored at I, which is 3 in this case. And the third printf statement is also printing value at I, or content of I, because this is stored as, this is the star and is interpreted as value at the address of I, value stored at the address of I. At the address of I means at 6485, value stored is a integer value 3, and therefore output of this program will be address of I equal to 6485, value of I equal to 3, value of I equal to 3. So what is important in this program segment is printing value of I is same as printing value of star and I. Printing value of I is same as printing value of star and I, because this is interpreted as value stored at the address of I. At the address of I means at 6485 location, the value stored is integer value 3. So printing value of I is same as printing value of star and I. So this is to be remembered as if the star and I, these are getting cancelled, and it's printing value of I. Okay, printing value of I. Now what I want to do is, now we are going to consider pointer expressions. Pointer expressions. We have seen that in this particular memory map, the location name is I, content is 3, and its address is 6485. What I want to do is I want to collect this address of I, in some other location such as J. So J is another memory location which I have chosen, which computer has chosen, in which I am storing this address 6485. The address of J is something different. It is suppose 3272. So what is J? What is the difference between I and J? I is an ordinary variable because it contains ordinary integer value 3. But J is something which is a special variable which contains address of some other location, which contains address of another location, namely I in this case. So it contains address of I. So J is not a ordinary variable. It's a variable that contains the address of another location. Therefore, so this thing we can write as J is equal to and I. So what J is doing? It's collecting address of I. The address of I is collected in J, and J is not an ordinary variable. So we have to specifically mention or declare this J. J is a special variable which is called as a pointer variable. And remember, unless we declare J, we cannot use it in our program. Therefore, j must be declared as integer star j. Integer star j. The meaning of star j is a pointer variable which value at the address at j is an integer value. So j is indirectly pointing towards integer value. How? Because star is interpreted as value at the address that is contained in a j. J contains address of I and I contains integer value. In this way, j is indirectly pointing towards an integer value, and therefore star is called as indirection operator. And what j contains? It contains address of j. So let us write a program to print these two addresses and the value stored at I and j. So for this particular memory map, let us write a program. This is our program number 3. Program number 3. Main, then integer I equal to 3. Okay, ordinary variable declaration. Then what I am doing is I am collecting j is to be declared as a pointer variable, and in j I am collecting value of I. So these are the declarations, and now I am printing various values. Printf double quote address of I. Address of I. How will you print address of I? Percentage U by writing and I. Address of I. Okay, this is one way of printing address of I. Another printf statement is again one more way of printing address. Address of I. Address of I. Address of I 6485 is also content of j or value of j. So another way of printing address of I is I equal to percentage U value of j. Value of j. Value of j. Value of j. Then we are going to print the address of j. We are going to print value of address of j. Printf in address of j. Address of j is 3272. How will you print it? By writing and j. Then value of j. Printf slash n value of j equal to percentage U, and here we are writing simply j, value of j. Then value of I and value of j. Let us print value of I. Printf double quote slash n value of I equal to percentage D, and I am printing value of I here. Okay. Then printf, another way of printing value of I. Value of I is percentage D. So it is at star and I. Is another way of printing value of I. Okay, because that is getting cancelled. One more way of printing value of I is equal to percentage D star j. Star j. So what is important here is printing value of I. There are three ways of printing value of I, content of I, namely printing the value of I itself, then value at the address that is contained in a J. This is J. At J, this address is contained, so and J, and then value of I is also star J. Star J means value at the address that is contained in a J is 3. So these are the three ways of printing this particular value. This pointer terminology or this pointer definition can be extended to more than 2 locations. Can be extended to more than 2 locations. Suppose what I have, here is memory location I containing value 3, the address is 6485, then J which contains this address 6485, then whose address of J is 3272, and address of J is contained in third variable or third memory location, namely K, 3272, whose address is say 7580. So what is important here is I is ordinary variable, but J contains address of I, so it's not an ordinary variable, it is pointer to a variable, and K contains address of J, so it's pointer to pointer, because K contains that address. At that address you will get some other address at which integer value is stored. So how will you declare IJK? So the declaration of IJK is done by writing integer I equal to 3. So this is how the ordinary variable will be declared. Then J will be declared as star J, pointer variable star J. Value at the address that is contained in a J is an integer. It is indirectly pointing towards integer value, and hence star J is a integer pointer. And then K is star K. It is pointer to pointer. Value at the address that is containing in some other location, value at that location is value at that location contained in a K is a integer. So it is pointer to pointer, and you can go on extending this idea of pointer to pointer, such as pointer to pointer, and there is no limit how far you can go on extending this particular definition. But one rarely requires this concept of pointer to pointer beyond just pointer to pointer, such as in this case K. We do not need the further extension beyond K or from pointer to pointer. So this is all about the pointer introduction to pointers. Next time we will discuss the computer graphics in a C, which will be our last chapter. Thank you.